So is one better over the other? Let's compare them in sizes, materials, colors, as well as wearability and also value. Perhaps by the end of the video, you'll have a better understanding as to which one you should pick next. Hello guys, welcome back to another brand new video on the channel. Vivian here. Today is jewelry video again, and I'm bringing you an arm stack of 3 pieces. They're all from Van Cleef and Arpels. These 3 pieces consist of 2 different collections. If you haven't heard yet, in March 2021, the brand decided to release a brand new collection under the brand, which is called the Lucky Spring. I did a first look and walkthrough. I'll make sure I put the link over here if you want to check it out. But today, I thought I'd do like a really practical comparison between sizes, cost, value, and also whether or not you should get one over the other. A lot of you guys who watch the video want to know that, and I know some of you don't live close to a boutique, so if I could do this for you, I'm very glad to do so. So today we are going to be breaking it down. Since I have both bracelets from the Lucky Spring collection, there is one more bracelet that they have introduced, which is the 5 motif bracelet that is similar to the design of the Vintage Alhambra, but the Vintage Alhambra is something that's really known for from the brand. So is one better over the other? Without further ado, let's compare them in sizes, materials, colors, as well as wearability and also value. Perhaps by the end of the video, you'll have a better understanding as to which one you should pick next. Alrighty, you guys, so here are the 3 bracelets we're going to take a look into today. First is the Lucky Spring closed wing ladybug, and then we have the open wing ladybug because they're both my favorite. And lastly, let's take a look at the ever popular Vintage Alhambra in mother of pearl. So I have done individual reviews on all 3 pieces, so if you are interested, make sure you check out the Van Cleef and Arpels playlist, as I have in-depth videos on all 3 pieces, and I like to do zoom in shots to show you guys all of the differences between these pieces. But we are playing with these 3 pieces today. After you seeing close-up shots, do you have a favorite? And let's now break it down and see if you change your mind. So first, let's take a look at the Lucky Spring bracelet with a closed wing ladybug, and it's currently priced at $2,610 plus tax, and it is made of rose gold, carnelian stone on the body, and onyx stone as the head for the ladybug. And it's a really brilliant piece because Van Cleef are focusing on producing more of the rose gold creations, which I think not only because it's part of the trend, but also because it suits a lot more skin complexions. And once again, if you want to see this particular product review, make sure you refer to the bottom of the playlist or the description box. On Van Cleef's official website, there is a demonstration of this particular bracelet. As you can see, it is double-sided, so you can flip the bracelet on either side. It's going to look the same. And a little bit more about this particular bracelet. If you have a wrist size of 6.7 inches, you can wear this particular bracelet, and there are 2 adjustable hoops that you can wear either short or long. And the next piece is from the same collection as well, from the Lucky Spring collection, and it is the Lucky Spring open wing ladybug bracelet. It has a slightly higher price point, which is priced at $2,850 US as of July 2021. I believe the price had gone up since the release, and it's still currently not available to be purchased on their website, even though I did purchase mine from there when it was launched. Alrighty, here are all 3 bracelets together. I think it's really helpful to provide a visual for those of you who cannot see these in person or who do not live near a boutique. They're quite different after I received them in person, because from a photo I thought maybe the motifs are really small, but as you can see, the motifs are around the same size and the price point have reflected that as well. First of all, let's analyze the structure of these three bracelets. As you can see, the clasps on all three of these bracelets are the same, and the size of the charms or the size of the motifs are similar. I think it's very helpful to share more visuals with you guys, and I have placed all three of them right next to each other, and you can see the open wing one actually has the bigger span due to the design. It's interesting because I thought at least these two would have the same size, but the closed wing is almost the same size as one of the vintage Alhambra motifs, and that's them stacked on top of each other. You can see the open wing one still has the widest width, and the closed wing one is close to the same size as the vintage Alhambra. How cute are they? So that is the top view. Now let's shift over to the thickness of these stones. As you can see, they are also similar, which I love the uniform look, so there's no odd way to wear it if you want to stack them together. So if you have one at home but don't have the lucky spring, you now know the actual size of the motif. Next are the important parts of how you open and close these bracelets. All three bracelets share the same clasp with the signature Van Cleef stamp on there. In one of my previous video comparing three petite bracelets from designer brands, this is one of my favorite clasps, as it is polished very thin and edgy, yet it does not have the sharp corners where it catches onto things or have the potential to hurt you. I'm just going to briefly go over this because I have in-depth video about each of these bracelets, and you can see that each clasp has a number that is stamped on the clasp. I guess that is their way to identify the piece in all of the details possible. And there is the infamous gold plaque that is attached on all bracelets, and I really love this detail because it really indicates that, you know, it is made of 18 karat gold. And there is also the famous French hallmark that can be found on all of these bracelets at the end of the hoop. So it is another details that you might not be able to see by eyes, but it is there. And lastly, let's talk about these adjustable length of the bracelet, as there are two hoops on the Lucky Spring bracelets, and you can find the French hallmark at the end of each hoop, and you can see it over here. And the chains are also the same design, but perhaps the vintage Alhambra one has a thicker chain, but it's the same structure on all three bracelets. And in one of my previous videos, I have mentioned how simple yet strong these chains are, despite the simplicity of the design. And here is a bonus footage for you guys. As you can see, the stones are almost perfectly set in these casts. However, there are some gaps. I don't think it is due to the shrinkage of the stone, but I did hear people mention before that mother of pearl does shrink over time. I just think they try to polish each stone to its size so it could fit into these mold, but for the most part it's not always fitting 100% each time. I'll say this, if you have been a fan of Van Cleef and Arpels and you have a few pieces in your collection already, I'm pretty sure the white mother of pearl bracelets is something that you have looked at certain points. It is for me as well, even though my very first piece from Van Cleef is actually the 2015 pink porcelain pendant that I luckily got from Paris. And a lot of you guys have asked me this before, but I tried to mention it in every video. It is unfortunately not a permanent release, but from their 2015 holiday edition. So I know sometimes online it does pop up here and there, but whenever I do a video, I try to do my research. So if I find one, I try to put it in the links below. So if you are interested, maybe check the links there. But it's been a while since this piece had come around. So that is my very first piece from the brand. And since then, I have had the desire to expand the collection. So vintage Alhambra and sweet Alhambra are something that I definitely looked into. As far as 5 motif mother of pearl piece, it is currently priced at $3,900 US, which is after the price increase from a few months ago. And I still think white mother of pearl with yellow gold is the least expensive choice of stone compared to the other bracelets with the yellow gold setting. So this piece is definitely a great piece to consider. On the other hand, the Lucky Spring collection introduced 2 small dainty bracelets. One is the closed wing ladybug and one is the open wing ladybug. The price difference between them is only $240, and I previously did a very in-depth review on both of these pieces, so if you want to watch, make sure you check the links below. If you compare the price points, the 5 motif bracelet is about $1,000 more compared compared to the more expensive one of the two Ladybug. You probably get your money more worth it when you choose a 5-piece motif, as it is more recognizable and also more of a versatile color of stone because it's white mother of pearl. So it is very easy to match with a different kind of outfit. Plus their yellow gold is very, very elegant. It's like a champagne yellow. It's not really like a full-on yellow gold. So I do think if between the two, value-wise, the 5 motif is definitely the better choice because of its popularity and also people recognize it compared to the relatively new Ladybug from the Lucky Spring collection. However, if you already own that piece, which in my case, I wouldn't mind adding the Ladybug into my collection because I wanted a motif that is bigger than the Sweet Alhambra, and Sweet Alhambra is significantly smaller. So the open wing one, if I just look at these two motifs right next to each other, they are kind of similar in sizes. The white mother of pearl Vintage Alhambra piece is almost slightly smaller, and I'm going to show you guys the measurements over here. So if you don't get to try it in the store, don't worry, you can actually see the numbers of the measurements of how big each of these motifs are. So the Ladybug is actually, the open wing Ladybug is actually bigger, and on the other hand, the closed Ladybug is kind of the same size but perhaps slightly smaller when compared to the 5 motif bracelet. And like I mentioned before, this is a personal choice because the price difference isn't huge, so it really up to you to choose whether you like the closed wing design better or the open wing. And you know, in my last video of comparing these two in depth, I've decided that I really like the open wing one better because it has more detail and more finesse to it compared to the closed wing. But the closed wing is something that is very, very classic because you can tell it's a Ladybug right away. These are the differences between the two. But there is a limitation if you like, for example, rose gold only, or if you like yellow gold, or if you only buy yellow gold jewelry, because the Lucky Spring collection is a collection of pieces that's released in rose gold exclusively. There's no choice in white gold or yellow gold. So if you're someone who really wants to kind of complete your jewelry stack or add a piece in rose gold, then any choices from the Lucky Spring collection will be your choice, while the Vintage Alhambra collection does offer a range of product across the board, so you can choose anything from yellow gold, white gold, or rose gold. And like I said, the yellow gold is very easy to wear. If you pair them two together, they have slight different color tone changes, but it's not drastic. So I still think, you know, both of these can wear very well, which I'm pretty sure when the brand released this, their idea is for people who already have multiple pieces from the collection, you know, to add this piece to kind of like sparkle up or to elevate the looks by adding more pieces from the brand. So they made sure the two colors goes really well. And honestly, the rose gold color does oxidize a little bit compared to Cartier because right now, literally everybody thinks my Cartier jewelry stack is actually yellow gold, which they're not. They're actually rose gold. And I try to mention this in all of the review videos so you have a more realistic expectation to it. As far as the Van Cleef rose gold series go, I do think the rose gold look better on my complexion. However, the yellow gold doesn't look too odd. So it is another choice of yours to make, to choose between, you know, if you want mixed gold or if you want a very specific stack. So what do you guys think? If you could choose a piece to start your collection, which one are you going to choose? And if you already have pieces from Van Cleef and Arpels, which one do you decide to add next? I'm excited to hear your sharings, and if you have any other questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.